the Beemer, and it's somewhat cleaned up now. So just the past few days I've been just focused on making it look a little bit nicer. I mean, it's still pretty raunchy, but it's not as bad as it was. But yeah, since the last video I did find a few things out about the car. It's not the battery that was bad, it's the alternator. The alternator is not charging the battery. So that will be getting replaced. I'm getting a used one from a junkyard. I'm not going to buy any new parts for this car. Unless they're like little things like the rubber bushing it needs for the control arm. And here's your interior. I've been also working on cleaning it up, and it looks nicer. There's still some cess here and there. It's still kind of raunchy, but not nearly as bad as when I first got it. Oh yeah, in addition to that, there's another rubber in here. So that's great. More damn freebies. I got two now. I did take off that door panel and I tried pounding out the dent a little bit. The window definitely, there's definitely a mechanism needs to be replaced. Looks like he tried to open the window even though it couldn't, and he snapped the cable in there that had to do with lowering and raising the window. But at least the dent doesn't look as bad. My objective was to just try to move it out of the... Holy shit. Okay, that's pretty random. 3 hawks, okay. So it doesn't look as bad. I didn't focus on anything up here because it wasn't really affecting the window slider. The part that was down here, if you remember, it was really pushed in. But I just got in there with a hammer and I pounded that out a little bit, so now at least it's not hitting the frame or the window frame rail. Also, I shined up the engine bay a little bit, so it looks a little nicer, even though the engine was the cleanest part of the car as it was. Ooh, swag. Yeah, I put one of these ghetto pod filters on the car because the stock airbox, the boot was all chewed up and there was duct tape clogging it and everything, and I'm too cheap right now to go out and buy a new air filter and filter box for this thing, so I just put one of these on there. It was already in my garage, so I already paid for it a while back and just needed a use. I found part of the oil leak. These lines connecting to the transmission reservoir were loose and were leaking all the way down into the frame, onto the pan, and out of the car. And I tightened those up and it seems to be a little better. Alright, so now before, hopefully I have enough battery. Like I said, the alternator doesn't work, so I'm limited. But let's go around the block in this thing. That's sort of a cold start. You can see the battery light because the alternator is not charging. Ooh, automatic. Like I said, that oil light just comes on randomly. It's full of oil, but it's just a bad sensor. All the controls up here on the steering wheel work, by the way, but of course I can't show you the radio because I'll get pummeled by YouTube copyright, and I'm not all about that. Ooh, BRZ. Blinkers work. You hear that nasty ass clunking when I press the brake pedal? That's that loose control arm. The little squeaking is from the ghetto air filter I have on there because the throttle likes to whistle. Nice day. Showing that my high beams don't work, because that's what it is. My high beams, that the light comes on but they don't flash. So I'm assuming that's what that light is for down there. I'll fix that eventually. That's the least of my concerns right now. I might even just get the angel eyes, those kind of headlamps. I think that would look sweet with this on this black BMW. MPG-o-meter works, even though I'm getting crappy MPG right now because of year-old gas in the tank, and this thing should be running premium, but judging by the previous owner, probably wasn't running premium. I don't even need my blinky here. It's a protected turn. At low RPM, the exhaust kind of sounds, oh, fuck you. Sport mode. Traction control off. Come on, get me to 60. There we go. About 10 seconds. Back into regular. Yeah, she needs a tune-up and some new gas real bad, but that will all come later. So now we'll do a little 3-point here with one hand. Steering feels good and everything, by the way. Power steering is real nice on this thing. Throw it in reverse, crank it, back her up, throw it in drive. Pull right here. You hear that control arm again. And shut her down. Cool. So yeah, guys, that's basically the first official test drive of this $200 BMW 323i. Thanks for watching, and definitely more updates on this car soon.